So, should you play Slime Rancher 2 in 2024? Absolutely. The game has come a long way since its official early access status back in 2022. Since then, it has undergone numerous graphical and gameplay improvements. But before I delve further into why you should play it, you might be wondering if playing the first game is necessary to understand the story. After all, there's a 2 in front of the title. Honestly, not really. You can really jump into the sequel without prior knowledge of the mechanics or story. The only thing of importance is the character development that the NPCs undergo in the first game and their close bond with you. Now, obviously, Slime Rancher 2 is in early access, so the story may change over time. As of now, you don't need to play the first game to understand what's happening in the sequel. All you need to know so far is that a mysterious boat arrives at your ranch. You take the boat ride, leaving your corral slimes behind, to only find yourselves be taken to a piece of land titled Rainbow Island, where you pretty much do the same as the first game, but with pretty scenery. However, despite the first game being dated, it is still incredibly fun and charming, making it worth your time if you haven't played it yet. Now, let's address why Slime Rancher 2 is worth playing in 2024. Despite being an early access title with a $30 price tag, $10 more than its predecessor. When the game first came out in 2022, it was understandable to question its value. Other than the improved graphics and additional new slimes and a new world to explore, the game felt incomplete, lacking in content despite running smoothly without glitches or bugs. But basically Slime Rancher 1, but with a fresh coat of paint. Back then, there were only 3 major areas to explore, with some slimes missing from the first game. However, many of these missing slimes, like Tangled or Dirtbush, are said to be included in future updates, as confirmed by Nami Park. Additionally, over the past year, the game has received significant updates, including a new major expansion called Song of the Saber, a dynamic weather system, and an overhaul of the building system. These updates have added a whole new level of replayability, offering players more content and flexibility. The Song of the Saber expansion became the first expansion to the game that provided extra new content. This content would be a snow biome to explore, introducing 2 new additional slimes, Saber and Yogi Boys, and a fun interactive feature where you can play a game of snowball fights with your favorite group of slimes. The next update would be the weather system, an old feature that was meant to be in the first Slime Rancher game but scrapped for unknown reasons. Well, the studio decided to bring it back with new improvements into the mechanics by adding extra weather phenomena like thunderstorms, hurricanes, pollen outbreaks, and more, as well as some old familiar faces make a return. Finally, the Gadgets My Way update in particular stands out as a favorite among players, allowing for complete freedom in placing gadgets without restrictions. Before, the player was restricted on gadget sites of where the game allows you to place your item. Despite the updates being only 3 so far, it came with new improvements that overhauls how we play the game compared to the first. With each update, Slime Rancher 2 becomes more immersive and enjoyable despite being in early access. While there is still work to be done, such as completing the storyline, adding missing slimes, and introducing additional expansions, Nami Park dedication to improving the game gives players plenty to look forward to, especially the 2 updates that are planned to be released this year near summer and fall. So, if you're on the fence about playing Slime Rancher 2, I say go for it. With its charming gameplay and regular updates, it's an experience that's worth the investment. More than ever, it's a good time to immerse yourself in the wiggly world of Slime Rancher. Thank you for watching. Like always, stay wiggly.